How much longer can you hide? You can try and push away from me. You kick and scream, you're begging, please. But once you get a little taste of freedom, you wanna get up off your knees. Come over, don't fight how you really feel. Come closer to me. I'll give you something to believe in. Come over, don't fight how you really feel. Come closer, please.
Welcome back to this last game of the first day of Windmill 2023. We have in front of us Austrian open team facing the Mooncatchers, and we already missed the start of the game. An unfortunate loss of the disc by Benjamin Yonkers, but then also a throw away from Austria Open. So Mooncatchers back with the initiate offense. They started with, I'm Charlotte Terrason here for you today with this last game. Joined by, I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Jamie Robett. Yeah, it's my third game commentating, so hopefully can do some good stuff as we see Yonkers having to sky the pack, but not able to do it on this occasion.
Good having you with us. Enjoy commentating, and yes, a bit too floaty throw here. Yonkers couldn't make it, jumped too early. Austria back with the break disc in their possession. So Jakob comes here for the big throw right in the end zone. Just not far enough. We don't have a number for this scorer on the Austrian team. Fortunately, no jersey, no name, no honors.
Maximilian Schmid.
No, you don't have your number. You don't deserve to have the honor of getting your name called. Wear a number. Put your name on the roster.
We are professionals, and we will say that it's Max Schmid who did that point.
And Austria, who starts with a break point straight away.
Jersey's got the lead on the Austrian team, so they're not actually responsible for it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Thanks, Christina, for the help on this Austrian team. So, Jamie, what do you think the outcome of this game will be like? What are your predictions?
Yeah, so it could, before the tournament started, Mooncatchers looking like potential favourites to take it down. I see in the ULTI.TV Patreon prediction competition lots of Mooncatchers predictions, few Clapham, but not so many Austria Open. But so far, they've made a really good start to the tournament. At the moment, sat at third place in the almighty algorithm, ending up with the match against Mooncatchers. So see if they're able to live up to the performance here, as we see.
And big goal from the Mooncatchers for first point, tying up at 1. Here we are, wind picking up.
Yeah, this morning was really calm, first couple of games, but throughout the day it's been progressively getting more and more windy. So definitely going to be a factor in this game. You will see some throws get affected by the wind, I did see the Austrian team before the game warming up their overhead throws, so it'll be interesting to see if they actually manage to bring those out during the game. And we know that Mooncatchers like to throw creative overhead throws, so again, hopefully we'll get some fireworks in this game.
Oh yeah, we definitely want to see these. But unfortunately, on the Mooncatchers side, I heard they had some injuries on the previous game, losing some important players. We have Sofiane Bontemps injured at the hamstring, Nico K, and Arthur Feller on the knee injuries, unfortunately not able to play. Oh, as I'm saying this, actually Nico OK is on the field, so good for him. And big hack from Austria to big guy, and straight in the hands of the receiver, ULTI, for another score for Austria, 2-1.
Yeah, it could have been really easy for the Austrians to come into this game intimidated by this very, elite Mooncatcher side, but so far they've come to play. Really exciting to see that. Also really promising for them on their campaign this year. So as we start off this game and this tournament, obviously in the run-up to the European Championships this summer, looking like a really good start from the Austrian team, who historically perhaps haven't performed so highly, but as I say, a very strong start from them so far. See if they can keep the tempo up throughout this game. Another thing to note, the Austrians have a roster about 10 more players than Mooncatchers, so in the fourth game of the day in this heat, definitely the advantage of the fitness, and we'll see if they can use that to their advantage.
And here Mooncatchers back with the disc possession, offense. Benjamin Yonkers to his brother Ref Yonkers. We don't have this Mister's number. I think some players are missing on the roster as well. That's why it looks like there are so little roster. And again, a Yonkers brothers pass far from the end zone to Jérôme Derrida. Back to Yonker. To Dan Demare right in front of the end zone for the score. I don't see from here, but I think this is. I don't see. Who scored? But it is a score. 2-2. Catches tying the game. Austria attacking back with offense. Keeping this advantage they just took from the beginning of the game with a break. If you're joining us, Austria started on a break for this game, leading the game so far, but we are only at the start, only 10 minutes into the game. Let's see what's coming next.
Yeah, you can definitely see so far the Mooncatchers O-line probably not happy with their performance on that first point, but immediately have dialed it back in now, and they just have to do their job now and hope that the D-line can make something happen. But very much expecting there to be breaks in this game, with the wind picking up and with these two high-level teams putting on a lot of defensive pressure.
Austria with the disc in the center. Oh, great bid. But number 30, Lorenz, faking the deep hug, but containing it. Back to Fischer. To, I guess that was our Mr. without number, Max Schmidt. Stuvitz to 71. And a big throw in the end zone for Sven Kleinhalp. Or a beautiful offense from Austria, securing their advantage. To this tight game against the Mooncatchers, favorite in this tournament, according to some predictions that you can find on ULTI.TV channel. Other than this, Austria just got out of a pretty tight game. They won on Universe Point against France Open the last game. That was a very tight game. Both teams really keeping up, like scoring their offenses, trading points, but Austria made it out with the win of the game.
Yeah, that was Nico Rapotnik there with the pretty ridiculous scuba to assist that goal. But exactly as we mentioned, that's what we want to see from this game, and hopefully plenty more of plays like that to come.
Rapotnik doing a great job, even though injured at the ankle for a while. He's put in on a lot of work. You can see Coach Rapotnik, great preparation, and you can see the results also on his own body. Working out a lot. Benjamin Yonkers with the disc, centering to Wojciechowski. Or no, I don't see who's. Big throw to Ref. So close to the end sideline in the end zone, but a bit too far. Even with his long arms, couldn't keep that one in. And this, my friends, is another opportunity for Austria to break again in this first half. Both teams looking a bit tired, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. Mooncatchers, you can tell that they're feeling it out there, but I fully expect them to put a lot of pressure back on their O-line. No slouches on either side of the disc. So as we see Austria bring the disc back into play at the front of their own end zone, have to work it the whole way down the pitch if they want to earn this break.
Swing to centering it to apparently Eisenberger, to our friend without shirt. This one is Max Schmidt. Many people don't have numbers. I'm sorry for their names, but this is quite difficult to keep up with Bauer for the big throw. Back to our numberless friend who makes the catch above everyone. Close to the end zone with a big hammer to the break side, and Benjamin Yonkers taking it down. No chance for the break, and quick play to Dan de Mare. Back to Benjamin Yonker. Quick passes to his brother. He even goes amongst the Yonkers. To the side to Eric. Hitonen. Wojciechowski back in the center for Ref Yonkers to the other Yonkers on the other side, swinging the disc, moving it around, and we have a little man down. Dan looking for a score, but it will be a round, swinging it to the other side to his brother. Back to Ben, to Danemare, who makes the score. Little footwork to put it in for a third point for Mooncatchers, 3-3.
Yeah, classic Mooncatchers there. You see the Yonkers brothers moving the disc between each other and then getting Dan de Mare involved. Not that recent of an addition to the team, actually. Yeah, but I feel like it recently stepped up to take on a bigger role. Yeah, and really showing that he is one of the top players.
Yeah, he really found his spot in the team, and they all invited him, like, let's space, and he really fitted in, as did Latvian inputs as well. Like, Mooncatchers have a lot of lots. They have few pickups, but they're actually, as they were telling us yesterday, they're actually part of the Mooncatchers. They're just Mooncatchers not born in the right city, as they were telling us. And we can see it on the field. Like, definitely they have the same chemistry and play well together.
Yeah, I remember at work in 2018, Mooncatchers ended up with almost an entirely pickup team due to sort of getting a late bid into the tournament, which sort of started this chain of taking on what we would say are pickups, but like you say, they are ingrained into the team. No, different pickups, but I think maybe started that bit of culture to get the pickups in.
Yeah, they had a timing issue, and most of the Mooncatchers went to play with Bruges there, so they had to take some other players. So Austria back with the offense. Big gainer to aim right in the end zone. Dan de Mare trying to get a hand on it, but I don't know if he tipped it or if the shot was too far. But Vanessa Faller? Vanessa? Is he called Vanessa? Well, too far for Faller. 27, Breitenthaler. Too far from from Breitenthaler to have a bit on this one. But why is there a Vanessa on the roster of Austria? Good question. And one of the Latvian input with the disc, swinging it to a younger fellow brother. Back to Arvids, Orlovskis. Gaetan van den Broek, swinging it to the other Latvian input, Toms, back to Dan. Toms again. Abeltins looking for a deep shot, but apparently no one free. And younger Feller, how I like to call them. Younger brother from Arthur Feller, recently added to the team. Back to Orlovsky. Swing it to his Latvian teammate, Albentins. De Mare, back to Orlovskis. A lot of movement among the handlers to finish with a score up line to Dan de Mare from Orlovskis. Another goal.
Yeah, I mean, we were just saying about Dan de Mare. He's becoming such a dominant player. And talking earlier about sort of the O-line, but seems that Mooncatchers are having to be a bit flexible with it. You're seeing players on both sides of the disc, so really, really good stuff out of their whole roster right now. You can see they're playing very expansively, using the whole width of the pitch to move the disc forward. And at the moment, after being broken in that first point, looks like they're getting back into the swing of it. They've just got on that break back of their own. Looks like the momentum's going their way. We'll see if the Austrian team are able to put this hold in and maybe start mounting a bit more of a comeback momentum-wise.
And actually that was a break point from Mooncatchers. So they are taking back the advantage. They were supposed to start with starting on offense in this first half. Luckily for them, because they're going to start on defense on the second half. You better keep your advantage and not let any points slip out of your hands. Break is taken. Let's see if Austrians are going to put this fire on, gas on, to get the break back as they did at the beginning of the game. They can do it. They can do it again. They did it, I mean. And Austria with the disc. Fischer in the center. Big pressure on him. To number 2, Colantes. Back to Salemond. Salemond looking for the dump. An unfortunate miscommunication maybe, or just didn't see the poach. But Abeltins with the disc. Mooncatchers again with a break opportunity. Goes to Brice Vanet. Back to Abeltins. Abeltins. And Fischer, I guess. Fischer with the defense. Austria back with the possession of the disc. They gotta score their offense. Fischer with the disc. Moving it. Gainer to Zerlaut. Zerlaut looking for a deep shot, but it's just too low, too far of a laser.
Yeah, the Austrians just unwinding a little bit. I think they're feeling the pressure here. They need to take a bit of a breath and play their own game. They were able to have some really good flow earlier on. They need to find that again.
And Van den Broek with the disc. Goes to 64. Non-name. To Nico O'Keys. Messmaker with the disc. Abeltins, the center of the field, and a big layout for the defense from Austria. I think this is Holtzy. Big defense to take back the disc. And we have a call on the field, this injury called. I guess apparently there was a foul as well. Van den Broek gets out of the pitch after apparently contact, something happening. Dan de Mare taking his place. Austria getting back the Frisbee on the sideline. Looking for the outline, but just not enough. So swing it to Colantes. Colantes just too high. And Corto gets the defense for Mooncatchers to get another chance for this break. Apatnik being as big as possible on this defense mark for Abeltins. Big bodies against big bodies. Nico to the Mare on the sideline, looking for a deep option, but nothing's coming. Corto, oh, and there is a foul, something called or not? Things are unclear on the field.
Looks like there might have been a foul on the reset, but since there was a turnover, I think they're just letting it, retracting that.
So just turnover. Austria back with a disc. Fischer for the big throw. Looking for Holtzy. And then boxing out and making his space for the defense, but there is a foul called from Holtzy. Not happy with what happened. He thinks it was better position, I guess, getting a hand on the disc. Let's have a review. Yeah, there is contact. Apparently Holtzy thinks it is too much. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll take another look now. Looks like, yeah, just a bit of incidental contact there, and that's what the players have decided on the field.
Call retracted? Apparently call retracted. This is a turnover. So again, big bodies, large arms from Rapotnik for the defense. Nico wanting to hug it. Okay, but containing his will and keeping it simple and easy. Big swing, floaty defense is here and makes the bid, but apparently there is a call on this play as well.
Yeah, another one there. Maybe we'll get to see a little replay. To me, in the moment, it looked clean, but maybe I was looking at the wrong place. But here we go. We do get a quick replay there. Oh, and another one. It did seem clean in my eyes, but I have no power here. So, and actually, it's been uncontested.
I would also say it's clean of the replay, but if players agree, they agree. So good spirit from Colantes, listening also to what his player has to say. And a big shot from Albertins to the Mare in the end zone alone and jumping still to make sure no one's getting in a hand but him on this score. This is another break from Mooncatchers, making sure they get the advantage. The Mare not happy with his first spike, wants a second one. Not sure the organizers and the Frisbee makers like that, especially when you're playing with Eurodiscs.
Yeah, so that's another break for the Mooncatchers right there. So you can see they're very happy with that. And as I said, they had the momentum going. Looks like they've kept it at the moment. Straight out the start of that point, we did see a bit of a poachy setup from their defense, which did get them the turnover. It almost looked as if Austria threw them the disc. So a good setup. They didn't choose to set it up again later in the point when there were a few more turns, but that initial look was very, very good. Almost Clapham-esque, if I might say, which is interesting. I have heard on the grapevine that Mooncatchers have decided that they aren't going to be able to win a world championship by just throwing upside down discs and being athletic, so they're going to try and play a bit more conventional Frisbee, but hopefully still have that spice. But yeah, they're impressing me so far. We'll see how they're able to do throughout the rest of the tournament.
It would be really sad to miss all these upsides. I mean, this would be the biggest sadness for the fans looking not so many teams play with so many upsides, and damn, this is amazing. I mean, it's spicing things up. So don't take this away from the fans. Please, keep playing like this. 64 to George Done. Yeah, I should watch the comments, helping me a bit. Is Uch playing? Yeah, Uch is playing. Oh! And as I'm reading the comments, missing some big action here. Apparently Orlovsky is with the defense. And again, a break opportunity. Austria's gotta wake up and attack again as they did before. But a big shot for a big boy in the end zone. A bit too far. Couldn't see with all people standing, but apparently this is in. Orlovsky's managed to keep that disc in bounds, despite of the pressure from Danchirn on the defense, putting his body as much as he can to avoid this. But you know, big boy, big shot, high. It's really hard to defend these ones.
Yeah, I mean that's sort of Frisbee I like. As we see that block there, oh, an accidental block there happened. Interesting. But yeah, for that score, it almost looked as if he tipped that out of the reach of the defender on purpose before going to catch it. Quite an impressive play, but we wouldn't expect anything else from a player such as Orlovskis. Yeah, as we see here, misreads to start, tips it out of the way and manages to tow it in the back of the end zone. Really impressive stuff.
So this is a third break in a row for Mooncatchers, 4 points in a row. I think they found their momentum. They were a bit warming up maybe at the beginning of the game and found their momentum, or maybe also Austria lost theirs. They have to find it again. Where is it on the field? Go get it, go pick it up. We need tighter games, and we know how Austria can play. They showed very good start of the game. Keep doing that. Don't be too hassy. So, Fernandez with the big throw, that's what I'm talking about. But Raponik making it with the disc. Preservation of greatness, not looking for the end zone, but rather a dump. But this one was the dump too much. Mari putting a hand on this one. No completion for that throw. And a big push straight away. Orlovsky's to Dan Demare, who seems to be their favorite receiver so far. As if we had a Latvian line of quarterbacks with Dan Demare as wide receiver, just hawking to the guy and scoring those breaks again and again. So this time Orlovsky is to...
Yeah, you do often find yourself saying the same names over and over when commentating Ultimate, but yeah, Dan Demare is just taking over. Reminds me of the spring invite final where he decided to go play for his home team Jet Set, where again he just took over that game.
He had the layout Callahan. That was sick. Oh, I think there's a timeout call, so we're gonna leave you and catch up in a sec.
Those who do not know their history can never relive it. The skies, the dives, the sideline smiles. Our past is held in photo albums, drinking stories. The present is a gift. And here at ULTI.TV, we want to make sure we always appreciate it, capturing the immortal moments of Ultimate from around the world and making sure everyone can enjoy them for free, forever. Because the future belongs to all of us.
And here we are back after this timeout, much needed from the Austrian team. I think they need to set things and make clear plays, what they want, how they should adjust. And here's a much quicker flow. A beautiful flow, give and goes. Colante's doing a great job in getting in the zone, but Rapotnik wanted too much and went for this scuba, as we say in French. Il a craqué son slip. But Gaëtan van den Broek back on the pitch for the big hug to Ref Youngers. But here's Corto for the catch. No, this is not Corto. This is someone else, not on the roster, I'm sorry. And Feather ending this point. Again, Mooncatchers on the break. That was a really beautiful start of the game, for start of the point by Austria, but just the end couldn't conclude, and Mooncatchers took advantage of that, scored for the halftime. We'll see you in a bit after this short break. Here we are back in the second half of this last open women game of the first day of Windmill 2023. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and let a like on this video. ULTI.TV always happy to give you some great ultimate content. Help us and don't hesitate to be also part of this journey of all this work. Join as a Patreon, help us. It is us paying a coffee once a month. It would be big help for us.
Yeah, you also get to take part in prediction contests such as the one for Windmill, and also decide which games get streamed. You know, use your vote if you pay for that Patreon. We do see the Austrian O-line out here. See if they can put this hold in, hang on to this game. We've seen some really good stuff out of them so far this game, so just need to focus up now, see what they can do.
Austria back with the offense. Cyril out with the disc. Holtzy, quick give and go. We got a big look from Fischer for the hug, but he contended and threw it to get defended by Oshowski. I didn't see the action, I'm sorry. Just get back on the sideline, didn't want to dump. He would rather look for the deep shot in the end zone, but Bradley Mooncatcher player was a bit scared of the big bodies coming his direction and didn't make the score. And a Austrian player didn't wait to get back on the line and played directly. Really good call, I think, because no one was ready, but apparently neither were his teammates, but they made it out with the disc. And now Fischer back with the disc. In hand for this time, big look. And again, too many bodies. People seem to be a bit tired. No one is even jumping anymore.
Yeah, and these throws even a bit tired, not going as far as they want, not as accurate as they want. Really need to focus up. I know it's the fourth game of the day, but at least after this, we're all done.
Again, our wide receiver here. For the score, another break, as they would say, another one. And Mooncatchers leading 9-3. I think Austrian guys are getting a bit out of their game. We know they're much more athletic than this. They're much more powerful. They take much better decisions. And it looks like something got them out of their game.
Yeah, they started so well. I'm sure that they will be able to recover it, but just need that spark. You can see getting a bit of a pep talk from the coach over here. But Mooncatchers just keeping the foot on the gas, not wanting to let up, which is quite scary for all the other teams here at the tournament. Mooncatchers currently first within the Swiss draw, and the Austrian Open team is currently third, and this is a big margin. So yeah, if I were having to face Mooncatchers in a future round, I would be worrying right about now, especially after they get some amount of rest tonight, although I'm not sure how much resting versus partying the Mooncatchers will be doing.
Oh, apparently they're here seriously, like they will enjoy the night, but like quietly, like don't abuse, don't go too much. I mean, like most of the teams here, I think, are still want to enjoy the vibe, but they're not going to party. I mean, it is a serious preparation tournament, and you have to be ready to play a lot. And this is a big put. Is it too far? Is it in? Did Rapotnik keep it in?
They can hear you from there.
I don't need a mic. Oh, so they're asking for the VAR. Let's have a look.
In.
Ooh, that was very close. Let's have another look at this one, because
Slow-mo.
that's very close. So tight.
Slow-mo next to the thing.
I think we really need a slow-mo on this one, because that footwork was very quick from Coach Rapotnik's workout. And this is out. Great work put by Nico Rapotnik, though, known as Tsipo by many people. But this was just not enough to keep it inbounds. A beautiful hug. Unfortunately, it's not a turn for Austria, who need to get this back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on team in for that call, to be honest, but we'll see. I think the Austrian teammates called it out, and you trust that call. So see if Mooncatchers can work it the whole way back down the pitch.
And we got Eric to Arvids, Orovskis on the handling, to Albertins, the other Latvian input, back to Benjamin Yonkers, ooh la la. Moving that disc quickly, back to Arvids, Orovskis, centering, but actually not centering, it was a swing, my bad. Or maybe he didn't think about swinging either, but that worked out. But this swing, though, is just not enough. Austria back with the possession. Obermeier to Kogard. And deep look to Obermeier in the end zone. one. And this is finally a score for Austria, who stops the bleeding. Finally, Austria, after taking 6 breaks in a row, managed to put that score on their scoreboard. Good job, good looks.
Yeah, exactly what Austria needed. Obviously, need to bring some magic now. I mean, I've said it before, but we have seen some great stuff out of them so far this game. It's just a case of putting it together all at once. So I'm sure they'll be able to put the pressure on here. That was quite a few of the Mooncatchers' usual O-line players came over for that point. So, either we'll be a little bit tired for this O point, or maybe we'll take one off. But no, it does look like they're sending out the O-line who, maybe have just run around a bit more for the last point. Maybe a tiny bit tired, but see what they can do. I'm sure that Demare wants to add some more stats to his tally.
Definitely not enough here. Only 4 goals, 2 assists, and 1 block. Could do better, Demare. What are you doing? Where's the what? Mooncatchers starting on offense. O-line finally getting a chance to play, and Ref Yonkers for the big shot to number 95, whom I still don't know the name. Good job, 95. Christoph Phillips for the score, and I think it's like his 2nd or 3rd score of the game, but he doesn't get credit because we don't have his name on the roster. Good job, Phillips.
Yeah, it looks like the Mooncatchers O-line doesn't really want to play any Frisbee, just doing it in 2 passes, let the D-line get back out there. And to be honest, I don't blame them at the end of the day, just getting a nice chill game, the Mooncatchers O-line. But hopefully we've seen just the start of something from Austria, not particularly able to pressure that offensive point, but need to put in another hold and then come out firing again. But see how this offense goes for the Austrian team. Getting yet another quick chat from their coach. Calling out a line. They definitely want to put this hold in right now.
I mean, we've been repeating that all day, but we're playing in Swiss draw, which means every point counts. So you want to score as many points as possible. So even if it's not a universe point or whatever, you want to put a power line on if your team needs to score. And this is the case. I mean, we still have 30 minutes to game, so put big pressure. And that is a lovely pull. Floaty to the end zone, and Fischer with the disc. Bit of poach on him, causing some options, but opening the dump option though. Back to someone whom t-shirt I don't see. To number 4, 47, that was Eisenberger. And we have a call foul on the pitch, but uncontested. Austria keep possession. Who is it with the disc? This is 40, is that? Oh, no, 30. With Serralot with a big fake-footed hug. Swing it all the way to the other side. And big hug again from Fischer. And here it is. Serralot might not have thrown the hug, but he's going to pick it up. And another score, Austria with a goal.
That was an experienced, deep reception of a disc right there. Just letting the defender go a little bit early and milking it in for the clap catch. Exactly what Austria needed. A bit of a confidence builder, showing, we are here to play. We are here to take it to this Mooncatcher side. And as you say with the Swiss draw, we want every point we can possibly get. The game's not over yet, but just need to keep pushing. This is their chance to see if they can capitalize, get a lot of pressure on this defensive point.
I really like how, what's his name again? Zerlaut, sorry, showed patience and didn't hug it to go himself get that hug. Like, it's not the best option, so we'll just wait and get a better option. And he was the better option. Really like this. This is very smart playing. Good for the Austrian team.
Yeah, a real classic way to catch the other team off guard, make yourself seem as if you're a handler, and then strike all the way down the pitch for that goal. Classic play, executed really well from the Austrian team. But it is the time for their D-line to see what they can do against this highly performing Mooncatchers O-line. Swing out wide to Ref Yonkers and goes all the way across the pitch now. Oh, the greatest attempt there from Victor Usch as Austria get the disc moving with the chance for the break.
And Austria with a possession for a break. Will it be a break? That would be very cool. Kolgard with the disc. Putting it to Obermeier for the Scooby Hammer. I don't know which one, but upside, and we like it. Danshirn with the disc in front of the end zone. And another Scoober Hammer for the break point to Bayer. I love it. Austrians are using Mooncatchers technique against them to score a break. That is beautiful. Only upsides to score against Mooncatchers. Lovely. What else? I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I saw the Austrians warming up their hammers before the game, and they're starting to get them out now. And I don't blame them. This is, it's obviously worked for them. Bring that spice. And it does have that element of getting in the Mooncatchers' heads. Like that, they are the team to throwing these hammers. And Austria's like, we can do that too. Thank you very much. So getting another team talk from the coach here. Austrians have the wind behind them for this D-line. This is a big point. If there's ever a time for them to get the D roll going, this is it. So we do see the Austrian D-line preparing to go. Mooncatchers have slightly adjusted their O-line from the last point, I believe, but still Yonkers brothers, Demarais, and others ready to go.
Yeah, they have to adjust a little bit since they are missing few players from the O-line. But every player can do everything apparently. So, Yonkers on the handling to Demarais. To our lovely 95 not on the roster. Back to Demarais. Swinging it to Benjamin. Yonkers looking for the brother, but nope, not this time. And a very low release, but apparently saved by number 31. We have him. It's Jérôme de Rieder. De Rieder bending over to get that very low throw, which is called down by some players, up by others. I mean, this is a close one, and apparently he's contesting the call. I saw some fists hitting each other. This is a contest. Second chance for Yonker to throw a better one. Hey. Tell me I'm wrong, please. High release, much better. Second chance better with Demarais. Looking for an option, but not happy with what he sees. And sips an inside. Usch sending it straight in the air to Ref Yonkers. Called not in, not happy with that call. So nonchalantly throwing the score for Mooncatchers. I mean, dude, you get this, don't be not happy. Nothing was called. Come on, you're just out of, not in. Let's have another look, and that was on the line indeed. Wow! No one really understanding what's going on, but they managed to score.
Yeah, the tactical fake spike there, letting him have the wide open receiver, a real veteran play from Yonkers there. A classic Mooncatchers play, just float it up in the air to one of the Yonkers brothers and they'll go grab it out the sky. So everything going as planned for Mooncatchers. As the score reaches 11-6. Still 20 minutes left of this game, 22 minutes. But if we continue like this, Mooncatchers fairly comfortable at the moment. Austria did have that little resurgence over the last couple of points, so we'll see if they're able to put this hold in and then continue to fight their way through this game towards the end of the day. Been a long day for these players. Final push now, last 20 minutes, see what they've got left.
And here we are, big bladey. I'm losing my words. Pull! That was just pull to roll back in the end zone, to let time for the D-line to take a breath, set it up. Not even a zone, they just wanted a rolly bladey pull for the fun of it? Or what?
Just showing off how far I can throw a blade.
I like this option. So I guess Fischer with the disc. He's been one of the main handlers on this Austrian line. To ULTI, a name we've heard also a lot from the Austrian side during this game. And big hug for the two big dudes of the Austrian team, and ULTI making it with the disc out of in his hands, and naughty, that was not beautiful push pass, high release, but still Rapotnik managed to get his hand on that one. I mean, I know both of them are pretty tall, but you could have thrown something else. But fans do enjoy that. Look at this replay on the big hug, and no replays. Camera has a bit of struggling a bit to follow this hug. It was so fast. Couldn't follow the players. Wobbly high release.
I mean, the Austrians are having a lot of success when they're being confident, taking on these big shots, these weird shots. They need to just take Mooncatchers' game to them because they're executing it really well. If they can continue to do that, the offense is looking good. They just need to find that fire on the defense. Maybe come up with something a bit creative, but see what they go for here. Got that win behind them on this defensive point. Yeah, time to put the pressure on. I know I keep saying it, but you know, it's gonna come. The Austrians seem like they've got the energy to push through to the end of this game. Only 20 minutes left now. See what they can do.
Indeed, Austria has been putting much more energy and focus on their offense, scoring them. Great job, even some breaks. We do know that it's not even enough. Oh my bad, it's 7-11. Stef, where are you? It's time for a Slurpee. And he needs some Slurpee for more energy just out of his hands, but apparently there was a call. If it is a pickle, you should have caught that one, Derrida. Aye, aye, aye. And now the eternal question, does it affect the play? A lot of confusion on the field. Oh yeah, a bit of comments. We have been neglecting our lovely followers commentating. We are sorry. How Austria got that far in Swiss draw? It says this. Well, by winning. Thanks for following us, even from Chicago. Doing great job with AODL team. And we are entering the last 10 minutes of the... What? 20 minutes. Our producer. So, Mooncatchers with the disc. Victor Ush straight in the hands of the defense. Obermeyer with the disc. Christina very happy about this. Obermeyer family cheering for each other. And 78, I like that number. 78 for the score, but we have no name. It will remain 78 for us, the mystery scorer from Austria. And this is a break.
That's Angetter on the Mosquitoes team for mixed, usually in the club scene. He also has a brother, he's a lefty. And he played under 20 last year. He's a late addition due to someone injuring themselves. So Angetter got onto that team and he deserves a spot.
Thank you, Christina, for this input. We need Since not all informations are available on the roster, it's always good to know your players. Austria, lovely Austrian Christina helping us with this. 16 minutes to go. It's 11-8. I mean, Austrians have been waking up and doing much better on this second half of the second half. How to put that otherwise?
Yeah, definitely bringing the energy now. Like just how we said they need it. If they can get another one, you know, this game starts getting a bit more interesting.
Another one. We're all thinking it. And especially Mooncatchers, I think they want another win. But now Austria is waking up, so gotta put some more effort. Big throws. Yonkers to the reader with the Mare. The option in front of him, has to swing it. Then to Phillips. Back to Yonker. There seem to be no options in the end zone. Everyone looking for that one, but here's a big swing to put the disc on the other side of the field. Whew, close one. Austria is hungry, and here are the upsides we're waiting for from the Mooncatchers. We're hungry for these upsides, and finally, Yonker to Yonkers. Here's the big hammer. Yonker going to talk with the parents who are on the sideline for cheering the boys with the dogs. If you follow a bit Belgium or Mooncatchers, you know that parents of the Yonkers are always here with the dogs, both Chihuahuas. Lovely dogs, always cheering on every competitions.
Yeah, Mooncatchers there, traditionally you could have called them a bit stuck. They have to get creative to get out of it, and finally Yonkers brothers get a bit bored and decide, oh yeah, I remember, we can just throw a hammer to the end zone. But hey, if it works, you go for it. They're just doing what they can to close this game out now. That takes the score to 12-8. But yeah, the game in the second half definitely way more competitive. See if the Austrians can keep that rolling. We did say at the start of the game that the Austrians had a bigger roster, and that's possibly coming into play now with them getting those 2 breaks back in this second half. And we'll see if the O-line can put this one in, or at least do something exciting for us, because so far, lots of highlights from this game. We want more.
Indeed, we always want more, and big shout out to the defense of Austria, who really shut down a lot of options and pushed Mooncatchers to go for this upside. They've been holding on, and a big shot straight in the end zone. Beautiful score from Austria. What a nice offense. That was a flow. That was the momentum we saw at the very beginning of the game, and we were waiting to see again from the Austrian boys. And here it is again. Really, like, the Austrian mood seems to be fired up. Unless I don't find my words. In the contrary, on the other hand, Mooncatchers are looking a bit
tired.
Yeah.
Definitely tired is the word. And yeah, as you say, found that flow that we saw at the start of the game, and that was maybe the cleanest Austrian offense. It didn't seem like there was any pressure really on any of those passes. Lots of good decisions. Rapotnik taking that shot there towards the end has been doing a lot for the team so far, really running that O-line at this point. And yeah, Austria hungry for this game. I'm sure that they also know that they have the legs and they could grab at least a couple more points back here. If not, attempt to, try and bring this game level or even steal that lead back. So, yeah, really going to push right through to the end of this game.
And Mooncatchers back in front of their own end zone. Austria putting a lot of pressure, and there is a pick called, a man way too open. This is suspiciously open. And Mooncatchers in front of the end zone. As I'm repeating myself, Austria is putting a big pressure, and I'm really wondering how the Mooncatchers are gonna work this out. Can't wait to see if Austria is gonna score another break. Could it be what a gainer and swing at the same time? Beautiful put. Just too late the timing. Ben looking a bit frustrated, not happy. He couldn't put that one. Oshovsky looking for option and finds a high release to Demare for a blady outside sidearm straight in the hands of Ref Yonkers, back in the corner of their end zone for another score.
Yet another stat there for Dan Demare. I mean, I need to stop talking about him really, but very impressed by the way he plays. And again, yeah, ref in the right place. You do see the Mooncatchers. I think what I said earlier about them maybe trying to play a bit more traditional style Frisbee, we saw that a lot in the first half, but towards the end now, getting to crunch time, we are seeing that creativity sneak back in, these hammers and cross-pitch blades, and that's what we're all here to see, especially at a tournament like Windmill. Make it exciting. I'm sure we will see some more of Mooncatchers later on in this tournament, and we'll see which version of Mooncatchers we get. But yeah, very impressive performance from them so far. They've realised this second half, they just put their O's in, they can keep pushing, and so far they've been able to do so.
I'm just reading the Okay, that's we have a lot of fans supporting in the chat. Thanks for following us. Stay tuned. We have a full weekend of streaming just for you. And Austria, again, Fischer with the big hug to the big guy, Holtzy, just not in the zone, and he's calling a timeout. But you are playing Swiss draw, so it's almost end of the game, 10 minutes left. Maybe not the best option. Anyway, not my choice, not our call, so we're gonna let you for a little break and catch up later.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member
and fund our work to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
And here we are back after this timeout in the 8 last minutes of this last game of Windmill Day 1. So, Open Women categories finishing their games, mixed already over. They had only 3 games and 4 tomorrow, while Open Women categories had 4 games. This is their 4th game of the day, 75 minutes games, 4 times in one day. This is a lot, especially at this level. You get why sometimes they are not jumping as high as expected. I mean, this is intense.
Yeah, a lot of Frisbee for one day, but they'll be glad to have today out of the way. It gets easier tomorrow, and then, well, easier, less games played, harder opposition. You know, it's a give and take.
And disc is back in. ULTI with the disc in front of the end zone, but rather dumps it back. Better lose a few meters and then win the point than force a bad pass. And we have a nice footwork from Colantes, Adrian Colantes, trying to keep that disc in to get the score as quickly as possible. But there is a discussion whether it is in or not. You can always, or pick cold. Oh, this is a pick cold. Yeah. My bad. So, Van den Broek catching up with Colantes. This goes back to mystery number. Looking for his dump. And a sneaky little pass, push pass in front for, is that Obermeier? I don't see the number. I think it's Obermeier to Fischer, straight in the end zone. But there was no one to receive this one. I thought he had a beautiful look for a teammate that was maybe poached or anything. Losing possession.
Yeah, I think that was supposed to be for number 49, Sven Kleinhappy, but didn't quite manage to connect on that one.
So, yeah, before it was not Obermeier, but Kleinhapp. Sorry about that. And Albertines with the disc in their danger zone. It's Callahan region. Yeah. Ooh, Brice for the swing to Van den Broek, swinging it again. Chris Vane with the high release to Nico K. Looking at Orlovsky, stretching his arms because he's wide open. He wants the disc and wanted to hug it, but nice cover from ULTI, preventing that first hug. But they have other ones prepared. Number 12 with the disc, and unfortunately throwing it a bit too far for Albertines. Very disappointed about that. Fischer taking his time to get back to the disc. Looking for an end zone option, but finds Kleinhapp for the big upside hammer, but a bit too far, too much gains. He's been working out a lot, I guess, but couldn't hold this strength on that upside. But I like the option.
Yeah, I mean, definitely providing us some entertaining Frisbee, taking on these more ambitious options. Unfortunately, not able to connect on that one. Probably the wind not helping that angle, I imagine, just getting underneath the disc there and pushing it out the back of the pitch. So Moon once again with the full field to attempt this break chance.
And back in the swinging game. Nico Case in the center. The disc looking for someone, but no option to be seen. Give it back to Vane, back to him, to Koke. Albertines playing a bit of flabberguts here to spice things up. And a big hug, but ULTI is in position, not under his watch. Oh, and there is a cramp here. Uh-oh. Nothing bad, he's laughing, all good, but cramp after a nice defense. Conservation of greatness is sure to be conserved. If
Does it
the
still
greatness,
count if
the
it's a different
greatness,
player?
yeah, exactly. The greatness guy is out, so.
Oh, but they have brought a great guy back in.
Another big boy, Rapotnik, take place to Kleinhapp. Swing, centering, and a hug straight to the end zone for Fischer, who for once is not hugging it, but receiving the big shot in the end zone for Austria Open, scoring a 10-point, 10-13, 3 last minute of the game.
Yeah, much better stuff out of the Austria Open team here. I mean, fell apart a little bit in the first half and have done very well to rally in the second half. Have not been broken in the second half, have held all their offenses, put in 2 breaks of their own, and you can see they're all lining up on the pitch. They all still want to play. They have the energy to take it to this Mooncatchers side. I think they're all really enjoying the opportunity to match up against some of these big name European players, and we've seen a lot of very close attempts at getting blocks on this from this Austria open D line. So we'll see if they can connect on one of those for this point, keep that pressure on, maybe sneak another point or 2 in this last 2 minutes. Of course, when the timer goes, it is just finish the point and the game is finished, whether it's the winning or losing team that scores it.
And Mooncatchers with the offense. Benjamin Jonkers looking for the option, finds his brother who has a deep option, but a lot of Austrian players standing in front. They know what's coming and they don't want it to come. So front mark on the big boys to prevent those hugs. Erik Hitonen looking for his dump. Big swing, but very big swing, that's too high. Couldn't make the play. Phillips losing this possession. Dansian losing no time, getting the disc to Bauer. Bauer looking for the dump. Back to Dansian. Dansian throwing it to Kogar. Looking for the dump. Nice use of the face guard. And again. Oh, what happened? I missed the action. What just happened?
Unfortunate, just turfed it from Bauer, but so Mooncatchers let off there.
Austria just letting that opportunity of a break slip out of their hands. Are they gonna retrieve it? Are they gonna fight for it? And here's the hug they wanted to prevent. Completed. It was so close. Kogar so close to put a hand on it, but just couldn't. And this is Erik Hitonen to Viktor Oshowski or something like this. Ush. We call him Ush. That's why I don't know the full name. Beautiful. So unfortunate for us Austrian, who put a big work, really managed to move this disc quickly, find the momentum, but just an error probably of slippery hands.
Yeah, I think Mooncatchers will be very glad that this game is finishing here, because momentum with Austria, their D-line is putting so much pressure on, which is really impressive this last game of the day. Yeah, the timer is just going, so this will be the last point of the game, whichever way it does go. But yeah, I think the Austrian team can be proud of their performance here. This is a very strong Mooncatchers team. Lots of those players who did play at the World Championships last year. Yeah, so for the Austrian team, a really good effort.
So the last point, whatever happens, this is the last point. And we have a scoreboard of Electroclete against Jinx. They changed a bit from last time I saw them. But anyway, Austria with the offense. For sure, they want to score that one. Get all the points possible for the Swiss draw. And I bet Mooncatchers don't want them to score that one, and they will give the defense needed the pressure, make the work as hard as possible. Is Fischer gonna hack it or score it deep this time? What do you think?
I think he's going to just keep the disc moving, and I'm going to stop talking.
Fischer couldn't do anything here as Breitenthaler loses possession of the disc. Orlovskis with the disc, swings it to his teammate Albentins, to Vani. Vani back to the dump, to Albentins. Orlovskis, a lot of swings among Latvian handling.
The wind really picking up for this last point now as well.
Toms, Arvids. Okay, who just joined the handling party. To the Mare for a first upline throw, gaining some meters. Just this is not enough. You still have few meters before the end zone. Back to Thomas Albertis. Where are the cuts? Is everyone tired? Is Austria putting the effort in? Albertins again for the handling movement. Back to Arvid Orlovskis for the swing. Centering to the Mare. Back to Orlovskis. And here's the deep shot in the end zone. And Albertis, who got rid of doing this handling motion, repeating always the same thing, got in the end zone like, let's get over with this. And here it is, a last Latvian score for the Mooncatchers to end this game 15-10. That was a really nice game. Mooncatchers leading almost all game. I mean, they had 6 breaks in a row. I'm really glad that we saw Austrians fight back and retrieve like their honor. Both teams gave us some.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game, I have to say. Like big hucks both ways. Some overhead throws. You love to see it. And yeah, very glad that Austria did rally for the end of that game. Be interesting to see how far they can go in the tournament, because so far I imagine they're still in quite a good position in terms of the Swiss draw.
They are probably, I mean, even with the loss, they won enough games and pretty close. Let's see what the Swiss draw has for us. So thanks for following us. This was a great game, great day at Windmill 2023. And we are going to have more games for you arriving tomorrow, after tomorrow. And if you missed few of the games, don't forget to go on ULTI.TV to watch them. A lot of games just for you. Don't forget to subscribe, to let a like. And also, if you want to help us provide this beautiful ultimate content, be a Patreon and help us grow as a community and be part of it. Thanks for watching. I was Charlotte Terrason, joined by
Jamie Roberts.
and stay tuned.